Hey guys, David here and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, in today's video, $500 XRP will be a bargain. So guys, let's get to it. So guys, just to throw this out there, I'm sure a lot of you were out there tonight watching the big debate. And of course, we're talking about the selection application. That's the way I kind of look at it. And this morning during coffee chat, I was out there saying, look, it's going to be a competition in humiliation just to see who can kind of diss who the most. And that's kind of how I look at these debates, because it's not really debate. Do any questions genuinely get answered, or did we just kind of solidify what we already thought? My guess is it's probably the latter. But needless to say, guys, while all that's going on in this space, some big things have been happening. Now, one of the biggest things, of course, has been this SEC lawsuit, as we're nearing literally a decision anytime at all. Now, just check this article out right over here. XRP explosion looking near as latest developments set Ripple for a very big win in XRP lawsuit. Guys, we're all been rooting for this, and a lot of us believing that's exactly what's going to happen. Just listen to this right here. The SEC versus Ripple lawsuit has continued for a notable period. Well, of course, it's been years, with the progression of the case resulting in both parties experiencing upsides and downsides. Well, one of the biggest upsides, of course, has to be that we got the regulatory clarity that we were looking for XRP in the secondary market, where Judge Annalisa Torres literally came out and said, not on your life, XRP is not a security. Now, here we are, very recently, an observation raised by a key figure signifies that Ripple Labs might be best positioned to one-up the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission in its long-standing rival. Now listen to who this person is. Highlighting a potential expected income, Christina Lippman, the former head of the SEC's Enforcement Cyber Unit, asserted that the SEC might not appeal the court's recent ruling, but could instead accept the court's verdict. Bang! Right there. Guys, I think the SEC knows that it is on the losing side. And do they want to risk taking this to a higher level of court where they could literally watch decisions being made that will jeopardize every other action that they intend to take? Not on your life. And I agree that we could literally see something right here where they will accept what comes down. Notably, the highly anticipated opinion ruling on competing summary judgment motions in the SEC versus Ripple Labs case was issued on the 13th of July by Judge Annalisa Torres. The ruling opposed certain aspects of both Ripple and the SEC's motions. Per the judge's finding, XRP is not a contract transaction or a scheme. The discovery is particularly significant for the Ripple ecosystem, especially because it opposes the SEC's previous position on a majority of the existing assets termed a security, where basically XRP got designated as not being a security. And it was the right decision to make under the Howey test. Why? Because if the Howey test rules are properly applied, then the oranges themselves in that whole contract deal between the orange groves did not form securities. It was the contract related to the orange groves, and that's the same thing. XRP in and of itself is not a security, because if the oranges would be securities, every grocery store in the United States would have had to register with the SEC to sell those oranges. And that's the same analogy and why XRP is not a security being sold in secondary exchanges to you and I. I'll tell you what, right there, that is big. Now, however, later this year, the cryptocurrency community expects to see the court amend its ruling and conclusively allow the SEC to appeal the court's decision. Lippman, who shared her thoughts at a recent conference on digital assets, further stated that a handful of notable figures disagreed with the judge's ruling. While there certainly is going to be some disagreement, it does not change it, however. I think there's some speculation that because Judge Rakoff and the Terra opinion explicitly disagree with Judge Torres' logic from the Ripple opinion. And then Coinbase doesn't address the Ripple opinion as much, but pretty explicitly adopts the Terra logic, she asserted. Additionally, she explained that the market suspects the SEC might overlook the court's opinion on Ripple to avoid potentially, get this, elevating the district court opinion to a level where they could potentially elicit bad law. Of course, it would be bad law because it would hurt the SEC. Not that it's bad law for you and I, that's for sure, when they have otherwise favorable rulings in the aftermath of the Ripple litigation. Meanwhile, get this, the new development comes from Ripple facing a securities suit in California. While there's one guy, every other claim against them was absolutely dismissed. And this next one is a person that invested into XRP, lost a couple $100 because they sold it way sooner than they probably should. And now they're saying, oh, boo-hoo, I lost. Well, they didn't even buy it from Ripple, guys. You know where they bought it? From an exchange. And that's going to be a big time deal. And Stuart Alderadi said he cannot wait to cross-examine this witness in this suit. And most people believe it's going to get tossed out on its ear. This is a big time deal. And we are looking forward to a big win in this case. Now, guys, something else. Just check this out. And this is big. Top Ripple exec unveils stablecoin and exchange traded fund plans. This is Monica Long. And listen to this. She's the president of Ripple. Ripple Labs, the famous blockchain firm, is dealing with heavy regulatory pressure in the United States of America. Amid this trouble, the crypto community is moving ahead to launch its own stablecoin, of course, RL, Ripple, USD. And I like Brad Garding said the real USD is what he calls it. In the latest interview on The Scoop, Ripple president Monica Long talked about the stablecoin RLUSD and the potential launch of an XRP exchange traded fund. Monica Long introduced the much anticipated Ripple stablecoin as it's primarily driven by the needs of Ripple's existing payment clients and banking partners. She highlighted the role of stablecoins in intensifying transaction efficiency and transparency. Ripple president stated the US dollar stablecoin aims to optimize efficiency in major payment corridors where liquidity is abundant. In contrast, XRP will continue to serve as a bridge asset. Guys, a lot of people have been saying, hey, because of the Ripple stablecoin, they're not going to need XRP. That is not so. Remember, XRP will be a bridge asset between central bank digital currencies and other forms of currency, particularly in more costly and less liquid payment corridors. It is important to note that the launch of the dollar-backed token will support XRP. It will address the different needs in the payment area. Long also talked about Ripple's strategic expansion into broader blockchain solutions. She mentioned, we've identified new opportunities for Ripple to be a holistic enterprise blockchain infrastructure provider, she said. However, this move will allow financial institutions, now get this, to engage in real-world asset tokenization. Guys, you are witnessing the very reason for the XRP ledger right before your very eyes right there. Now, Long expressed concerns about the ongoing regulatory challenges in the United States, and she particularly mentioned the SEC lawsuit and its aggressive stance on crypto regulation. She added the clarity around XRP specifically has been very helpful, but the overall temperament of the U.S. government, especially the SEC, has not slowed down its war on crypto. It's only accelerating. That is why it's such a big ticket on this election cycle, to be sure. Ripple president highlight that XRP, quote, has been trading within the top 10 for most of its existence and on top exchanges like Coinbase, with the court ruling that XRP is not a security given its sustained high trading volume. Get this, Long believes that considering an exchange traded fund is the next logical step for XRP. The court's ruling last year that XRP is not a security is pretty meaningful, she added. Quote unquote, given its sustained high trading volumes, get this, it's her quote, it's logical to consider an exchange traded fund as the next sensible steps. Guys, this is absolutely phenomenal. I believe this next year, the next 12 months are going to be massive. Now, guys, I want to give a shout out to my good friend, Edo Farina. Now, this article right here, experts predict $500 XRP will be a bargain in 5 years. Now listen to this. Eduardo Farina, the CEO of Alpha Lions Academy and head of social adoption for XRP Healthcare, foresees a future in which the investing public considers buying XRP at $500 a bargain deal. Now, guys, every Monday, Edo and myself, Verson and Vandal from Black Swan Capitalist. We have a new program. It comes out at 12 noon Central Time. It's streamed on our channels called The Turning Point. And I absolutely love these guys. They have an absolute fingers on the pulse of this space, and this is what Edo was saying. Farina voiced this sentiment in a recent post on X, highlighting his 5-year projections for the XRP ecosystem. The community pundit anticipates that governments worldwide, bankers, and retail users will utilize XRP for various financial use cases in 5 years. Furthermore, Farina is optimistic that gold will have been tokenized on the XRP ledger by 2029. Regarding Ripple, the primary firm leveraging XRP for payments, Farina expects it would have evolved into a multi-trillion-dollar enterprise by then, and I absolutely agree. In January, Ripple was valued at $11.3 billion. Following the reacquisition of 285 million shares from original investors and employees. Notably, the firm also boasted a crypto reserve of over 25 billion at the time. Meanwhile, Farina hopes that within 5 years, XRP will garner more positive coverage from mainstream media outlets like Fortune, the Wall Street Journal, and Forbes. Regarding the future price of XRP, Farina proposed that retail investors and enthusiasts would be bragging about buying XRP at $500 per coin. This suggests that he foresees XRP becoming much more valuable by 2029, so people could consider a $500 purchase a great deal. And here's the tweet right here. 5 years in the future, I see XRP being used by governments, banks, and retail customers worldwide. Gold tokenized on the XRP ledger. Ripple is a multi-trillion-dollar company. XRP will be on the cover of Fortune, Forbes, Wall Street Journal, etc. Retail and maxis bragging about buying XRP at $500. Guys, this is absolutely amazing. I do believe it myself. And a lot of folks, you know what? Way back then, when people were looking at Bitcoin, and I was looking at Bitcoin way back when it was only 30 cents, do you think anybody fathomed at that time that it would hit the heights of $70,000? So from here to a $500 XRP in this ecosystem, as nascent as it is, in my opinion, is not that far a stretch. Now, I would recommend you go out and research it, like I say, for yourself and make up your own mind. But guys, I'll tell you what, when I see all this stuff going on, and we're literally looking at the release of this stablecoin and potentially future exchange traded funds for XRP and a massive, very big win for Ripple in this lawsuit, guys, I'll tell you what, it's time to look forward, not backward. I think there's a big time future in store for XRP. So guys, one thing we can all see is big time change is upon us. And one thing for certain, you want to be ready for that change change when it comes. And what our coaching program offers, that is where you and I can meet personally, one-on-one for 1 hour over Zoom. And during that time, I share with you our personal journey in that last bull run and what enabled Judy and I to experience some amazing financial success. I share with you the mistakes we made so that you don't have to fall into the same pitfalls we did. We take a look at your portfolio and make sure that it's balanced toward your goals, and we work together to develop your exit strategy. We can even get your assets off an exchange and onto a hardware wallet, along with delivering to you some amazing techniques that are really going to help you in this space. Now, the cost of that is $250, and if that's something that interests you, you write me right there at coaching@thedigitaloutlook.com and we'll get you all booked in. So guys, I truly hope that you enjoyed today's video, and as always, it's not financial advice, it's just my 2 cents. Hit the like and subscribe and drop your comments right down there in the comment section, and I'll catch you in the next one.